Okay, so very good morning, students. Welcome to the fifth semester. So in this semester, we are going to study about the water supply engineering. So in earlier days, it will be named as environmental engineering, and then in the future, in the sixth semester, you are going to study the wastewater engineering, which is the continuation of these environmental engineering too. Right. So let us discuss what is meant by water supply engineering. So water supply engineering, it's actually deals with the supply of water. So we have to first identify the sources of water. Before that, we have to plan a water supply system for the particular area or locality or any other for any other institutions or any kind of community, right? So first, what are the steps for this water supply system is, first we have to identify the source of water, and then after identification it goes to the planning, right? So planning of the water supply system, and afterwards identification of sources of the water, and next to that we have to convey the water from the source to that treatment unit. So the third unit goes to the treatment of the water, and the fourth unit is nothing but against the treatment, and finally it goes to the distribution. So likewise we framed our syllabus. So in unit 1, what we are going to discuss is first about the introduction. So what is the importance and necessity of the water supply scheme, and how we have to plan the water supply scheme, and what are all the factors we have to consider while planning the water supply scheme. So all those things will be discussed in the first unit, and followed by the water demands. So water demand is nothing but, it is otherwise called as a per capita demand. So it is otherwise defined as the amount of water which is required by a person per day is said to be the per capita demand. So in this water demand, so we are going to discuss about the types of demand. So what are the factors affecting the per capita demand, and what are the variations in the demand, and how we have to design the design period of the water demands, and what are all the various methods for forecasting the population, future populations. So all those things will be discussed. And the next thing is the sources of water. So in these what are the sources of water can be classified into two types. One is surface sources, and another one is the subsurface sources. So in these surface sources, the groundwater, springs, infiltration galleries, duct wells, tube wells, so all these things will will be discussed in the subsurface. And the surface water, streams, lakes, rivers, impounding reservoirs, ponds, etc. Have been discussed in this upcoming slides, right? And then we are going to discuss about the intake structure. So intake structure is nothing but a structure which is used to store the water from the source, and in this there are various types of intake structures. One is river intake, lake intake structure, and then canal intake and reservoir intake structures. So all these things will be discussed in the slides. So let us see one by one. So thank you.